Hello, hunters! I'm the Survivalist, and welcome to the new series we're starting on the channel, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, the G-Rank Hunts. Now, because of how massive Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate truly is, it has almost, I think, 100 large monsters to hunt in it. I'm not going to be doing the thing I have done with the other Monster Hunters where I've gone through and done, like, the low rank and high rank and progressed through the story and such. We're only going to be going after the hunts for each monster in G-Rank. And I'll probably leave the deviants till the very last if I do, and I don't think I'll be doing like the extreme versions of them or any of the hunts. This is more so just to go after each large monster, show it off, and have some fun before we do have Monster Hunter Wilds arrive. So we're going to hop in. As you can see, I've got 600 hours so far. And yeah, I have an absolute blast with Generations Ultimate. It's a fantastic game. It does take some getting used to just because of it throwing in like quite a few things a bit different than like how the other games had with like the hunting styles and hunting arts. But we're not going to use like a meta build. Like I'll try using a few different options and things for like what we'll try out and play with. But I'm probably going to start us off with just a bit of fun, some fun, silly stuff with going after some of the easier G-Rank monsters, like from some of the first ones you'll encounter. And I'll likely be using... More likely than not, I'll be using the Nested set or the Atoll Cost set, because this one is basically you get to build your own set with how it works. So how it does operate is, the main skills that this set has, or the armor has, is like Talisman Boost and Secret Arts. So what they are is, give me a moment, I'm getting a little used to this controller again. The Secret Arts is basically... all your skills that you have equipped get +2 to them, and then the Talisman Boost is it doubles the stats that come from your Talisman or your Charms. So like for the equipment right now, I have this Creator Talisman that has a Fur of +4 and an Ammo Saver of +5. So how that translates out to is that it's actually +12 for the Ammo Saver skill and +10 for the Fur. So it basically lets you build and make your sets completely whatever you want with the skills and things you'll slot into it. And I'm going to use the light bowgun probably for all the series. It is my favorite weapon and one I main. With Monster Hunter Wilds, I am curious to see how they changed it up with it seeming like it's so much more rapid fire in the to come. But we're going to play around with the light bowgun and play around with some of the internal ammunition that was like a Generations and Generations Ultimate exclusive feature. And to start things off, we're actually going to use a bit of a bang to begin with. Because we're going to take the Great Tigrex War Gun. This is, as some people will probably recognize it, the Tigrex light bowgun. And the reason we're taking it is because it has cannon ammo as an option that you can use. What internal ammo basically is for Generations Ultimate and Generations was each light bowgun has like different built-in ammunition that you'll have on every hunt. It doesn't resupply on like out in the field. It's as you go into each hunt, this is like extra ammunition that each bowgun has different amounts or different types of. There's quite a host of different types. Usually the only types you really would be after were like, say, elemental ones or some slicing stuff. It's more of like a niche focus that can give you like a little bit of bonus aid, but it's not one you generally sought out all that heavily. But with that, we're going to try and see about building a cannon-focused setup. So I'm going to see what exactly I can do here, because I'm sure there's like a siege one or something that I can... I don't know if it's bombardier or artillery. I might actually have to see about that, because I'm not sure, again, which skill I'm trying to build with. But it might be a little rough for the first few episodes just trying to get started with the series, because I haven't really... I haven't set up the Elgato that much to really do a lot of recording, aside from when I did Monster Hunter Rise for the channel. So we'll see if we can get this all through and in, and how it hopefully plays out smoothly. But we're going to slot in the regular jewels to start with, as what they basically do are, it boosts the power of all internal shots. And then I'm going to see about how many artillery I have. Let's see, I only need 4 of those. And yeah, I don't have any slots on that, so we'll probably look at slapping at least 1 on here. Where is artillery? Is it further still? Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, so now if I go to status and check it out, that says Ballista Gun Lance Bowgun. Oh. That doesn't even seem to include a cannon like I thought it would. Oh. Okay, let me slap on a bit of bomb boost then, because I thought there would have been something that would have given me, like, a bonus to my cannon damage, or cannon shot, but that doesn't seem like that might be the case. I mean, no, actually, you know what? No, I should slot those in here, since it does give, like, double effectiveness on them. I'll still try it out and see if it does have any effect for us, but... And let me try the Bombardier and just see if that is the one I need. Okay, yeah, so artillery is now plus 14. Bomb boost. Increases bomb damage combination, sex, increased power blast attack. So that isn't it either, huh? Okay, that is a little strange, but it's not too bad. I'll probably just slot in one... Actually, you know what? Let me see, because I still have some slots to play around with over here. What we'll probably do is slot in... let me... Yeah, let me just do that, because I recognize that a bit better. I'll slap in another artillery onto there. Actually, no, I might have to slap the artillery in here. That's my thinking is, what I'll do is I'll use the full artilleries here, and then try to get, I think it's normal capacity up. Because I think the Tigrex Wargun does have normal shot rapid fire. Again, might be a little rough and slow for these first few episodes, but I'd like to try to show off and go through, like, everything in detail. So yeah, we've got Artillery Expert. Again, I thought it would help. Actually, that's something that's interesting. It says skills that increase Ballista, Gun Lance, Bowgun, and Charge Blade files. So I don't know if it's, like, meant to be respective. So it's like when it says Gun Lance, it means Wyvern Fire, Impact type files for the Charge Blade, and Crag Shots for the Bowgun, or how that works. But we have Hammo Saver, we have Normal Up, we have True Shot, we have Fur, not that we'll use it that much. So I think that should be all set to go. Yeah, I'll toss that in because we can't use it. Toss those in. And that should be that all set up to go. We're going to change the style in hunting arts. Like, as you can see, when it came to hunting styles, you had 5 different ones to go through. Maybe we'll start with Guild just because this is the most basic one. This is kind of like how you are used to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, 4 Ultimate playing out. It basically allowed you to do a little bit of speed up item usage, allow you to get things done a little faster, etc. Striker, I think it was pretty close to how Guild style was, but the difference is you get your hunting arts to be filled up a little bit faster using it. Aerial, basically as you'll dodge, you have a different dodge roll where if you connect with a monster or a small monster, you'll actually boost yourself into the air and can get aerial attacks off more often. Adept is kind of like, I'd probably say it's one of the 2 more meta of the, like, hunting styles, because this is, if you dodge time it correctly, you basically have invincibility through a dodge, and you can get some bonuses off with it. Like, you get extended period carrying out insta-moves or stuff. Valor is a bit of an interesting one that takes a fair bit to just go into. It's basically, you kind of can put yourself up into a boosted state and have, like, not like a complete counter while you're channeling it, but you basically avoid or take a few attacks. It's a weird one. And then Alchemy is like a fun, silly one that lets you give some other stuff in. But we'll start with Guild and see about changing up the hunting arts we have to use. Because not only do you have styles, but you have these things called the hunting arts, which are like special abilities that you build up through a fight. So you have things like Absolute Evasion Readiness, which are good evasion things. Heal Gain to kind of like boost your healing intake. Escape Runners basically gives you extended stamina duration, or as it says there, stops down depletion while running away and such. Hunter's Oasis is just like a... I don't want to say infinite, but like it's a non-consumed way to heal yourself up. Mass Combiner, just help yourself up. Frenzy Fever is like, basically inflicts you with the Frenzy, and then you can turn that into the positive if you get enough attacks in. Castle Walls is for like a super defense boost. Risen Phoenix, I think it's basically just like cleanse everything from yourself and heals you up for how much you've taken off too. And then you have like some weapon exclusive ones, like Bullet Geyser for the light bowgun might be one we'll take. It's basically you plant down a... Think of it sort of like how World had you use the Wyvern Blast? What was it called? It's basically like the little grenade launcher effect you could have for the light bowgun when you use the little mines you would put down. Is you'll put down a mine, you'll fling yourself back, and then it'll blow up in a series of explosions. So we'll take that. I think, yeah, I can actually fit 3 in here. Full House is basically, well, we'll read it right there. Reloads all ammo you have on you, save for specialized rapid-fire ammo in single motion. So then you can cycle through each individual ammo type and run them out, rather than like having you have to keep reloading once you're out of a clip. Rapid-fire range, not a very good one, but we'll take that. It's basically, you stay in place and shoot off a series of bursted ammo shots. It sounds like it'd be interesting, but it just doesn't really do the damage to offset it. And yeah, we'll read up on it. Art relies on special bullets split up inside your weapon, giving unprecedented rapid firing speeds. Auto fires until chamber empties or you press the button cancel. And then charge shot is, it boosts up the power of normal 1 and turns it into, well, as it says, a charge shot. You can hold it up, it'll boost up through levels, sort of like a bow shot, and then you can unleash it at level 3. Oh, sorry, we'll take that. Oh, I can only take 2. So you know what, we'll go for the charge shot, just because these two are a little easier to work with and use. And we'll go to the Hunter's Pub, and I'll have to see what we want to go for, like, our first hunt. I'd like to try to knock off some of these smaller, large monsters to hunt first. But as always, we're going to make sure we eat, get something in our belly to help us with the hunt ahead. And let me see what I want to... we'll go for, like, just Thunder Resistance, I guess. Usually the ones I try to go for are either Feline Temper, because they boost all of our bowgun damage, or Sharpshooter, because they boost normal shot. I think we'll go for Temper, though. And yeah, this first episode, I'm just going to look at things that are really simple and easy to go for, like, say, Gaiadrome, Gendrome, all of the, like, Bird Wyverns or other easy stuff from, like, beginning G-rank quests. I don't think there's any nice event quests that would let me tackle a fair few early ones. Because, like, there are some that might not be bad, but they kind of have you thrown all over for everything else. So let me see if I've got anything that would be good that has, like, a few different things on offer to go for. Not overly there. Oh. Yeah, controller seems to be a little slower than I thought it would be. Oh, you know what? That's a good one right there. Minions Devotion. We can go after 5 different monsters all in one hunt. And this will completely go through all the Bird Wyverns that we have to go for in G-rank. The only thing I'm going to take out of here as extra is just some antidote to make sure that we're safe from any poison. And now we'll head off for our hunt. But Generations Ultimate is basically like a kind of like an anniversary celebration for the series, because this combined everything from the previous generations. So like 4 generations of Monster Hunter were all squeezed into this one title. And it has easily the most content, I think, outside of maybe Monster Hunter Frontier, the most content of like any Monster Hunter game that is out there right now. So we'll get ourselves loaded up, get the cannon loaded in there, and see Boat heading off onto a hunt. Yeah, so we've got the Gaiadrome right there and Velocidrome. And as you can see, it is literally like we're using a cannon. Oop, as if this was a siege hunt. Yeah, I'm getting a little beat up here, but that's also because I'm not trying super hard. When it came to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, you could get away with a fair few things for, like, playing the game. But once you got into, like, the end of G-rank, it kind of felt like it was necessary to use more specific styles. Okay, we're getting a little pounded around, so I'm going to switch to normal shot here. And then we do have a little bit of a sidestep, but you had everything, well, almost everything in the previous generations. The only thing I think that the game didn't really give you would be underwater hunts, but like, that's bullet geyser. Yeah, so you see the mine goes out, a few explosions, and that's basically it. I think you got iframes when you did initially put it down, but it's one of those ones you kind of need the monster to stay still to get the most effectiveness out of it, so it's not exactly one of the best skills to really be, like, stable and getting steady damage out with. Oh, and there's a part break. Yeah, so I just wanted to start with something easy like this in order to help thin out a little bit of the full hunt roster we have to go through. Because, like, if I did individual hunts for every single G-rank monster, we would have at least 80 episodes of the series to go through. And it's not even an exaggeration. That is just how it would be. So maybe this first week, as we do work through the easy monsters, we'll start with, like, the guild style we've got, and then we can always move into some of the other ones, like the Striker and Aerial and stuff like that ahead. I should also try to get more practice in with the, like, quick scoping here. We'll put that down. But yeah, see, that was the problem with the bullet geyser. It's kind of hard to reliably have it go off so that way you get both the evasion out of it and the damage. And then one thing about the bowguns, like, there wasn't a lot of information that we would get given as, like, you could pick up in the hunts for, like, are you doing things correctly? How much damage are you doing? Like how we saw with World and Iceborne give you the damage numbers on hits and strikes. It was more a case of you kind of had to go off a feel of, like, were you in range with your light bowgun, be getting, like, your critical distance hits with it? Well, there we go. Managed to get a few of the bullet geysers off on Gaidro Note there. But yeah, these... well, I should say one of these is, like, the first ever large monster I think a few hunters would have hunted back in first generation. The Velocidrome here is kind of like one of your most basic monsters to really go after in any game. All the moveset really consists of are, like, 2 or 3 attacks on repeat. I'm being a little stupid trying to get, trying to get, like, a mount off. Yeah, thanks. I gotta thank Natalie and Almond here. The cats are helping me out with a lot of, like, the dumb stuff I'm doing. Because, for the bowguns, mounting isn't exactly that easy to get off. And you know what? While they're stuck like that, I'm going to get Charge Shot going too. So as you can see, we're into normal 1, but we charged up just like a bow shot does. And then at level 3, it has both, I think, increased damage, increased part damage, and a piercing effect on the shots. So you get, like, a couple of hits per shot if you do connect to a monster. I kind of liked it because it's a way of keeping yourself up with, like, a powerful shot type, even if you didn't have, like, that much left in your full, like, ammo list in your bags. Ow. Let's see if we can get one of these two down soon to make this a little bit easier. Yeah, dodge that. And we'll keep working with the normal 2s. Actually, you know what? We do have the 4 shots, but I think I'll have to save those for a little bit, because they are basically... They have a fair bit of damage, but they have an extensive amount of recoil on them. Yeah, and there's Gaiadrome limping, so we'll probably have them finished off first. I was hoping maybe even the Bullet Geyser would have finished that one off, but we'll reload. Yeah, let's see. Let's try to get the numbers thinned out and get at least one of them down. We still have 3 more monsters to go after. There we go. Gaiadrome's out. So we'll see about Velocidrome next. Yeah, there's Almond doing one of their things. There was so much content in Generations Ultimate that it's going to take a while for me to even go through every little bit that you could do for it. There we go. Okay, they're both down. I guess we can get a few free carves in. Yeah, this is a nice way of just being able to show off each of the 5 bird wyverns. Get them knocked out of the way, and then we can see about some of the other large monsters that you start off with, like, say, Yankaku, Kongalala, Damio Hermitor, some stuff like that. And I'll probably try getting a nice mix of bowguns in. The meta for the light bowgun in Generations Ultimate was basically get yourself the Nargacuga or Silverwind Nargacuga light bowgun, and just go entirely with pierced ammo type. And there's Iodrome. Now let's get this ready. Out of all of the bird wyverns, he's probably the second most annoying to fight. Just because the poison, and he's a little bit tankier than the others. Iodrome, I think his first debut was you would fight him in, like, the volcanic area, or maybe the marsh of Monster Hunter 1. Did Marsh? And then the most annoying has just made a debut too here. And that is going to be Gendrome. Or Gendrome. And the reason that one's annoying is because of the element that his ailment status that he uses, which is paralysis. And it goes off fairly regularly with it being a G-rank version. So I want to try to make sure we don't get hit too much by him. Oh, careful. But yeah, this is like the most basic style that Generations Ultimate offers. It's one of those ones where you might want to start off with it, but you probably won't really take it too far into, like, for future hunts. It doesn't offer any real benefits over some of the other hunting styles that you can get or use for any of the weapons. It might let you access the couple of Hunter Hearts, but those are mostly more for style than, like, real use and damage you'll get out. Nope, mind that. Yeah, I gotta try to be careful. I think I got both of them pissed off right now. But I still love using the light bowgun just because it gives you oh, speaking of paralysis. It gives you a more visual of, like, seeing the full monster and getting, like, the range sight of being in an encounter with them. God. Okay, well, at least Natalie's back up, so maybe I'll have a little bit of their focus off of me. Yeah, I'll put that down, see if that gets a little bit of damage out on them. Like, the Bullet Geyser's not bad for an evasion tool, but it's just that it's outclassed by some of the other options you unlock in the game. And just want to see if, again, I can try to get a mount on either one of them. When it came to mounting the monsters, the bowguns kind of had a bit of an issue where you could get, like, mounts triggered from a distance with your shots, but you'll probably want to be using multiplayer if you try that, because then you have to try running up to meet the monster before the mount effect wears off. Yeah, let's just lay into him, because I think I'd prefer to get Gendrome out before I get Iodrome. And yeah, there's the evasion capability shown off there. I think it is iframes until you're basically out of the animation of its initial use. Ow. Yeah, get a nice little bit of distance from knocking him off like that. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh. Yeah, be mindful. I'm probably going... Let's get the charge shot going again. Once we can get rid of Gendrome or Iodrome, then we'll get a chance to use the Force Shot and show off a little bit of what that's capable of. But the Charge Shot answered something I wanted for the Light Bowgun for a while, which was a just heavy-feeling shot type that did fair bits of damage. Light Bowgun has usually been just always rely on Pierce Shot, and it's kind of one of the things where I feel like it shouldn't be as powerful as it is. Just because Pierce you use at a fair distance, so you generally get more time to like be evasive or mindful of what the monsters are doing. So it's like a safer shot type to use. But Monster Hunter's more so about trying to give you, like, more risk to reward, where, like, say, like, with the Greatsword, if you want to get the really high damage of, like, a full true charge slash off, you know what, if they're both limping, yeah, you know what, I'll use up the last of the charge shots, just that way we can then be ready for, maybe using the cannon to finish something else off. Another cannon shot. Yeah, would I use this, like, actually out on a hunt? Probably not. Probably not. Because, again, I don't really know how strong the cannon is, and with not knowing, like, if I can boost its damage up at all, it's hard to say, like, how it compares to, like, just using, like, the rapid fire of normal 1 or normal 2s I've got. Yeah, maybe we'll try using the Force Shot and showing off, like, the recoil. Okay, yeah, now we'll switch to this. Like, again, as much as some people might not like the quality of life thing of, like, being able to see the damage numbers you do, that bit of feedback is really helpful for Monster Hunter, just to let you know, like, are you hitting the right spot? what ammo is doing what, and giving you guidance on knowing, like, how you're performing in a hunt or in the field. Oh, mind that. So yeah, do your little hop. Oh, actually got him out on the Iodrome, too. Yes, this is the last of, like, the classic bird wyverns. And then we'll probably have what has been one of the best first monster hunts, there he is, to show off this episode, too. And that is the Great Macaw. That one right there. But we'll get to him in just a moment. Better to get rid of, or try to get rid of the Iodrome first. Oh, bugger. I try to focus on one, the other one shows up. I switch, the other one causes some issue. But one thing about Generations Ultimate 2 that could be annoying is, on multiple monster hunts like this, you didn't have the monsters would, like, really flinch or interact with one another. Like, their attacks will still damage each other, but it's nowhere near the outcomes or effects that you would be more used to for, like, World, Rise, and Sun... Or, yeah, World and Rise. I was trying to... Their DLCs are kind of included with them. Come on, Iodrome, go down. You should be pretty close to it. Yeah, I think I might as well just go back to using normal too. That was the thing about a lot of the internal ammo is... It's a nice idea, but it just didn't have enough power to, like, rival what you'd be using in just, like, your general shot types. It's more like little bits of flavor than you'll really get what you're hoping for. So we'll go to more charge shot, and hopefully see about a few more and taking him out. Oh! Well, we sent Macaw flying a little bit. Yeah, trying to dodge that. Okay. Let's get the next shot ready. Yeah, I feel like we might as well just use normal too. I think that's going to give us the output we're looking for just to finish him off. Yeah. Now things will be a little faster. You don't have to worry about trying to juggle the two at once. Oh. But the reason why Macau is probably one of the best small monster fights is because it has a variety of movesets that you don't really see too common for, like, your beginning hunts. Like, as we saw with all the drones, they kind of had the same abilities and movement patterns just over and over and over. Macau, though, offered a little bit more of a variety of movesets for, like, swipes, leaps, jumps, tail slams. And also more interactables. Like, as you saw there, if you did enough damage while he's bouncing on the tail, you'll actually stagger him and get yourself openings to do more damage. But yeah, the Bullet Geyser, it's tricky to get off in just, like, the right opening. I think he also had some of the most breakable parts on, like, small monsters for, like, being your first hunts, too. Because you can break both the tail spikes and the, like, feather crest at his head. Yeah, speaking of, there's the head crest broken. Yeah, he does, like, the little boxing swipe. Ooh. We'll do the Bullet Geyser there, into Charge Shot. And yeah, so now he's got his parts broken. There we go. Get another shot ready. Yeah, if you do enough damage, I think with the Charge Shot, well, it's also probably because this is like an endgame bowgun too. It can almost be guaranteed you'll knock him off his tail and get that stagger in. And I'm just so used to... Oh, I guess the cat stole it from me. I'm so used to playing with, like, just on the Switch without using, like, say, the controller I am here, that I'm more used to quick scoping than using the hold scope that gives you, like, the reticle. But yeah, that was the first 5 monsters of our Generations Ultimate series. Again, they're just small bird wyverns. There's nothing too much to go into depth with on them. They're good, like, little beginning hunts. You would fight these guys in low rank, then high rank again. But yeah, Macau, I think, is, like, the MVP of them. It's just a nice, unique design. It does incorporate, I think, the small monsters or the regular Macaus pretty nicely with him. And he serves as a great introduction to Generations Ultimate of, like, you're going to be in for quite a bit ahead of yourself. It's a mix of old and newer stuff that came through with, like, Freedom Unite to 4 Ultimate. But there's our first hunt done. We'll head back and end our first episode with that. And then we'll start moving into some more larger monsters next episode. And the episodes might also thin down a little bit for, like, length, because we won't be going for, like, 5 in 1. I'm probably going to look at maybe doing... maybe try to squeeze 2 monsters per episode in. I still have to see how it'll go. But yeah, that was a nice little introduction, I think. Showed off a little bit of what Generations Ultimate has, and again, barely scratching the surface, because this does have all 14 weapon types, low rank, high rank, and G rank, and a whole host of stuff to go through and do. Like, if I wanted to, I could probably try using at least, like, 1 bowgun per episode, and it'd still take me, like, 20, 30 episodes before I use them all, because, like, what I've got here, a lot of them are up to their max level, but you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 9.5 pages of, like, unique light bowguns. It's not every single light bowgun in the game, but it's close to it, I believe. So yeah, I'll figure out what I'll do for the next episode and show off different build. I'll probably switch up and go to Striker style next. Not that it's all that different, but at least, like, get those basic ones out of the way, and then when it gets to, like, say, the Aerial, the Adept, the Valor, and the Alchemy, there's more to go through and show off there. But for now, I think it's a nice little way to debut our first episode of the series. So thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate G Rank Hunts. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, tricks, or suggestions for any monsters I should tackle sooner than others, or any styles or such you'd like to see more of, be sure to leave them in the comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.